In this video, we're going to talk about how to get job interviews and every job application strategy you can use to optimize your chances. Remember to check out the OverEmployed Masterclass if you do want to become overemployed for the long term. In the description box and the pinned comment down below, you'll save hundreds of hours with that content. Okay, so the basic way to get a job interview, applying to jobs online. So this is one that everybody should be using in your job search. It's the basic one, but we're going to go into the more secret strategies later on in this video. So this one, you're going to use all the platforms available to you: LinkedIn, Indeed, Monster, Dice, really any job board you can find, and even just going on company websites through their careers board. So in this case, you want to use brute force. Don't try to match up to a T your past experience and your resume with the job description. The reality is you don't have much context on this company's job posting. Maybe they already have someone lined up for the position. Maybe they're going to reorganize and take down the job posting in a week anyways, right? So you can't try to think too much about it because you don't know if you even have a good chance, even if you were the perfect candidate, right? So apply to as many as possible. And I would aim for at least 100 applications a week because you only need one yes, right? One yes will get you that job. And 10 to 20 applications a day really isn't that much time, right? You can go through it pretty quick, especially if you don't apply to those jobs that have those crazy online account profiles required, right? Just upload your resume, basic contact info, and you're good. So another great strategy for getting an interview is an employee referral, right? So a lot of you probably don't use this, maybe because you're still too early on in your career. And I'm going to tell you how you get a referral. So you have to build actual good relationships with everybody you come across, right? In whatever position you've had in the past. And how do you do this? You have to be a genuinely valuable person, right? You have to do good work. You have to communicate well. And you just have to create a natural, organic relationship. Don't make it fake and transactional. People can see through that, and they might be less likely to refer you in that case, right? And the other important thing is, this is kind of useless unless you actually build a connection with these people outside of your job, right? So make sure you get their social medias, whether that's LinkedIn, and make sure you get their contact info so you can actually reach out to these people once you leave your position or maybe they leave their position, right? And eventually down the line, you might get a referral from someone that was a good friend or colleague at your past job, right? Whether that's an employee or a manager. Another great option that a lot of people don't use at all because they think of agency recruiters as kind of sketchy or scammy, but working with an actual private recruiting agency can help immense amounts, right? So you get connected directly to companies' job postings, and a lot of these job postings aren't even available on job boards, right? So you kind of get an inside scoop. And the trick here is it is a bit of a passive solution because you're not always going to get lucky, right? But the reality is if you find a recruiting agency that's a bit more niche and more personable, I would avoid the massive ones, right? Because they kind of just spam out job postings to all of their candidate clients. Try to find one that actually specializes in something that you might match your skill set, and it might work out great for you. So another great option that almost no one uses because most people are scared or they think it's not socially acceptable to do this, but doing direct outreach to managers and recruiters is an amazing option, right? So directly at companies. You can even DM employees, right? So what you're going to do here is you're going to send personalized messages, whether it's on LinkedIn or email, to these managers. And you should personalize your emails. I would not really go for a brute force spam method here because you're probably not going to get noticed as much, and people will definitely consider your email a lot more if you actually personalize it. So great option here that you should be utilizing. The other thing is you have to be prepared to fail. You have to be prepared to be rejected. If anything, you should want to be rejected, especially in the beginning. If you're not getting any rejections, you're probably not doing enough, right? And you have to realize that application rejections usually don't mean that much, right? The reality is you don't know the context behind why they're hiring for this position and who they're hiring. So it's hard to tell if you were rejected because you generally didn't have an outstanding resume, or maybe they just already filled the position with an internal employee. So if you apply to 100 jobs and you don't even get one callback, your resume probably does suck a little bit, but don't look into it too much, right? You have to be prepared for failure. If you guys enjoyed this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time.